Good morning. So it's like 7:15 a.m. and I really need to get up and get going. I'm tired. I forgot how tiring overlanding was. It's very tiring. But it's like, I don't know, my legs feel tired because I've been walking around so much. But weirdly, I went to bed at like 10:30, but probably didn't sleep till gone 11. And I was still awake at like just after 6, so I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna go out now. Yeah, so basically I'm in Kanchanaburi now. This is in the west of Thailand, not that far from the Burmese border. I got here yesterday very early in the morning. I had a night train. Actually, I had a really good sleep on the night train. I felt very refreshed after it. But I didn't vlog yesterday. Basically, 1 minute. Oh, I'm gonna go and rest my camera somewhere because my arm's aching. Okay, I think we've got a bit of a better setup here. So basically, I didn't vlog yesterday because this area, most people visit it for its World War II history, and that is the main reason why I'm visiting as well. And most of World War II history is pretty horrific, isn't it? But like, this is very, very horrific. It was the area where the death railway was, where hundreds of thousands of prisoners of war and Asian prisoners from the countries that Japan occupied worked on this railway, and I think about 100,000 lost their lives, and in absolutely gruesome conditions and stuff. So I was learning about all of that yesterday. I do find it difficult to film these things because I want to do so sensitively, and I just found it quite difficult to work out how to do it in the best possible way. So I didn't film yesterday because I was trying to learn a bit more. I will film today because I do want to show people how to get to where I'm going. It is also war related, some of it, but hopefully I will be able to see some waterfalls as well. So I will film today, but I am trying to do so in the most sensitive way possible, if that makes sense. So I hope that comes across. So I'm going to get ready now, and then my day will begin, and I will show you what I'm doing and where I'm going. So I have made it to Hellfire Pass, which is about an hour and a half from Kanchanaburi, and this is like the entrance here, and I'm going to walk down and find the actual pass, and I'll explain what it's about while I'm on the way. Oh, also, so that bus cost 50 baht, which is like just over £1. But just to know, about 5-10 minutes ago, the bus stopped and loads of soldiers got on and checked everyone's ID. But I think that might have just been for locals, because when I got my ID out, I kind of looked for my ID, and by the time I got it out, he'd walked past. We are very near the border with Myanmar here, so it might be something to do with that. But I don't know, maybe it doesn't always apply to tourists, or maybe he just couldn't be bothered because I was looking for my ID for a while, but just thought that was worth noting. Anyway, I'm gonna go in now. Okay, so Hellfire Pass was part of the Thai-Burma Death Railway, which was obviously named so because so many people died while making it. It was an absolutely horrific part of the war. There's a misconception that most of the prisoners were British, but actually more of the victims were actually Malay, Tamil, and from other areas of Asia. So yesterday I saw the bridge on the River Kwai, which I think I mentioned earlier, and they went to the museum. Very hard-hitting stuff, but obviously important to learn about. So now I'm just walking to Hellfire Pass. Hellfire Pass So the bridge is obviously one part, Hellfire Pass is another part, but all the same railway. And Hellfire Pass is named so because a lot of the time the prisoners have to work on it at night, and they would light up candles and things, and they just said it looked like hell, and it was the conditions of hell, so that's why they call it Hellfire Pass. It was basically a huge slab of rock that they had to dig their way through. I read a really good book the other day. I didn't really know much about this at all, and then I read this book which is an account of working on the railway by a prisoner of war, and some other things, like he sort of detailed his entire wartime experience and like the miracle that he survived it, because a lot of stuff happened to him. It's called The Forgotten Highlander. I'll include it in my blog post that I'm going to write about Kanchanaburi, which will be down in the description below. I normally have a sort of further reading list in my blog post because I read a lot, so yeah, so if you want to check that out, then check the post out. So I'm just walking now. I think it's a bit of a walk, and yeah, I'll update when I get there. Okay, so I'm walking down the stairs now. I just had a look in the museum and the visitors centre, which detailed a bit more about Hellfire Pass and the railway. Yeah, so that was worth checking out. And now I'm walking down. So basically there are two walks. One is 500 metres and one is 2.5 kilometres, but like 2.5 kilometres total, including the 500 metres. So I think I'm going to do the 2.5 kilometre one. Obviously that's return, so that ends up being 5 kilometres. They've said it should take 3 hours, although I don't think it will take that long. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just listening to my audio guide. So yeah, listening to that, listening to some of the stories, and heading down to to reach the memorial. So I'm just a little bit on from the memorial now. I saw the memorial, which is very well done, I think, and there were quite a few. I'm listening to my audio guides. There were quite a few audio guide stops around there, so yeah, that was worth listening to, definitely. God, this is just such a sad place, and it's so like contrasted with I'm looking at this lookout now, and it's really beautiful. It's just there's mountains over there, and just over the mountains is Myanmar. But it's just so sad, you know, sort of you're listening to the history while being in this kind of place. Yeah, it's pretty hard hitting, but it's important to learn about. So the walk goes on for another, this is 750 metres, so another 1.8k. I'm not sure whether to do it or not. It's like, I mean, it's fine, I could definitely do it. I'm just a bit concerned about time, because I want to make sure that I get back for the 3:30 train, and I'm not sure how long it will take me. I might walk for a little bit longer and see how far I get. It's like midday now, so it's getting warm as well, so we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely worth visiting here, but it's very sad. So what I'm walking on now is actually the old rail bed. So as I walk, there's like a few like sleepers and rails are still there, and it's very rocky, as you can see. Okay, I've walked a bit further and I think I'm going to turn back now, just because there's quite little shade and it's heights of 36 today, so I'm going to walk back, and I should be in very good time to get the train back. I might even be able to see a waterfall on the way, so that's the plan now. I'm just going to take a slow walk back and give my headset and everything back. But yeah, it's definitely worth coming here. It's just very, very hard hitting, so you know, do beware, but I definitely would recommend visiting to anyone who's coming to Kanchanaburi. Okay, so I got a bus from Hellfire Pass and I was gonna get off in Namtok, but the train doesn't actually leave until 3:30 and it's only 2. So I thought I'd do a little side trip to part of the national park, the Koglogse National Park. I may have got that wrong. So yeah, I thought I would I thought I would just pop and see the waterfall, and then I can walk back. It's only a 15-minute walk, so that's what I'm doing. Don't know where I'm going. Oh, there's steps there. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, my camera ran out of battery and now I'm on my phone and I haven't got a microphone, so I'm shouting and hoping that you can hear me. I'm going now to get tickets for the train, to take the train home. I'm going to explain a bit more about that when I'm back at the hotel and I've got my camera charged up, but I just want to do that brief intro and then I'll show you some clips of the train. Hello, I'm back in my hotel, I'm back in my pyjamas, and I just wanted to sign off from today. So as I think I explained, the camera ran out of battery, so I did get some clips of the rail journey on the way back, but obviously it wasn't quite as good on my phone as my camera. I was kind of in two minds to take the rail journey because people it's kind of marketed as Ride the Death Railway, which to me seems very strange. Like, this was, a wartime tragedy, like a lot of people died on it, and yeah, but it is now part of the main railway, and I mean it did feel quite poignant, sort of, seeing all this beautiful scenery and kind of reflecting on everything I've learnt over the last couple of days, so I think it was worth doing in that regard, but it has kind of turned into a very touristy thing now, which did make me feel quite uncomfortable. But so was the River Kwai, to be honest. The bridge over the River Kwai, there were so many people getting photos on it and stuff like that, so I don't know, to me I find that all a bit strange. But so yeah, I did get the train back in the end, and it was very beautiful, the scenery. So even though it's very sort of parallel to what went on there during the Second World War, yeah, the scenery was very, very beautiful, and I think it is worth taking to see that and kind of reflect on everything. So I hope you found this vlog interesting, if a bit sombre, and tomorrow I'm going to some more waterfalls, so I will be videoing them, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye.